I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Montgomery County Legislature to order, April 25th, and let the record show it's 7 o'clock. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Chairman Diamond.
Present.
Legislator Headwell.
Present.
Legislator Wilson.
Present.
Legislator DeChessie. Legislator Peck.
Present.
Legislator Isabel.
Present.
Legislator Patel.
Present.
Legislator Kelly.
Present.
Legislator Sweet.
Present. Thank you. If we could all rise for the pledge to the flag and remain standing for our moment of silence. And Attorney Mannion, would you please lead us in the pledge?
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you could remain standing for a moment of silence, we'd like to recognize some veterans from Montgomery County who recently passed away. The first one is Charles Clark from Canjahary. A lot of you may know his son, who is the clerk for Judge Seiss. He entered the U.S. Army and served in the Asian Pacific Theater in 1946. Also, Don Newfoundland, age 90 of Amsterdam, served in the U.S. Army in 1945 and probably served in World War II. Mr. Warren Donald Cummins, 80 of Canjahary. Warren joined the U.S. Navy and served 4 years, returning home in 1960. And lastly is Joe Kuzo, 103 years old, from Amsterdam. A lot of you may remember his son was a supervisor here. And if everyone could please keep them in your thoughts. Thank you. Next, we have the public comment section of our meeting. But prior to that, if we could just take a moment to recognize one of our very own clerk of the legislature who celebrated her birthday yesterday. So I wanted to wish her a happy birthday.
Matthew saying happy birthday to me yesterday.
He was back up. I would assume Haley was really.
We have our public comment section. Anyone from the public who wishes to speak at this time? Hearing none, we'll go right to our presentations. And first, I would like to recognize our first responders for the winter storm of 2017. And if I could have Legislator Headwell, County Executive Ossenfort step forward. Also, Director Smith, if you step forward also. And Director Smith, if you could introduce your team.
Yes, please realize that I am only here to support them, and what a blessing it is to have a team of individuals that are so dedicated to the county and work so hard and cover one another. I happened to be away on vacation during this storm and a week full of serious fires throughout the county. So Rick Sager, the Deputy Director, please Rick, come up. Dale Furman, our Fire Coordinator, and Jeff Kays, our Chief Deputy.
Thank you, Director. Also, if I can invite forward Bill Hovig, the Superintendent of the Town of Mohawk. Bill currently is the President of the Town Highway Superintendent Association and a longtime friend of the county. And lastly, if I could have Commissioner Meade step forward. Please.
Which, by the way, I think Rick put out an order that said Jeff can't go on vacation ever again. After the last trip.
That's how good of an emergency manager I am. I knew the storm was coming 6 months ago.
I'd like to take a moment here. We want to take this time to recognize our first responders, County Department of Public Works, Town Highway Superintendents, and everyone that works under these people for their hard work responding to the snowstorm, fires, flooding, and high winds of last month. On Tuesday, March 14th, more than 2 feet of snow fell in Montgomery County. The storm was so bad that many things were forced to be postponed, including this county meeting that was scheduled for that evening. We all have the luxury to rearrange meetings, reschedule events, react to winter weather, unlike those being recognized here this evening. When everyone goes home to take shelter, these individuals go to work, helping to keep us safe. They work late nights, early mornings, and all hours of the day to keep residents protected from the elements. First, Jeff Smith, Jeff Kaiser, Rich Sager, Dale Furman, along with all volunteers, first responders, and firefighters. Montgomery County declared a state of emergency at 4 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon because of worsening snow conditions. Throughout the winter storm, constant contact with another and the rest of the team, including Jeff Smith from Florida while on vacation. As a major winter storm shows a little relief, a major fire breaks out in Fultonville's Methodist Church. Emergency services responded along with many local fire departments, braving snow and high winds. The church was a total loss, however, the brave firefighters were able to save both houses that were within feet of the church. So thank you guys for that. Second, Town Highway Superintendent Bill Hovig is here representing the Town Highway Superintendents and their employees. Countless hours plowing to keep the roads passable during the winter storm. Meeting with FEMA to detail and report extra time spent clearing roads to meet state threshold for emergency. Third, Eric Meade, DPW Commissioner. They kept county offices plowed and cleared snow throughout the duration of the storm. County offices were closed at noon, however, DPW remained working, including Eric, who was up plowing the sheriff's office parking lot so that the shift change could get out of the parking lot and go home. DPW workers plowed sidewalks, parking lots, walkways to get the county offices ready for employees to access the following day. This snowstorm was just one part of what a busy late winter for emergency service department. The week following the snowstorm, an early morning fire broke out in the town of Florida, which was responded by multiple fire departments in Schenectady and Montgomery counties, and residents were evacuated safely. In late February, severe rain caused flooding, a state of emergency in Fort Plain and Minden. 1 week following the flooding event, high winds caused power outages for more than 2,000 residents that led to a shelter being opened at the Fulton Montgomery Community College. Throughout all these events, the Emergency Service Department proved once again they are committed to keeping the public safe and on top of every situation that can come our way. On behalf of the county and this board, I would like to thank all of you for your service to the county. Please go back and tell your employees, local firemen, volunteers that we do appreciate everything you do. Thank you.
Dale, thank you.
Good job as always. You guys are awesome.
Good job.
Could you guys stay up so we can get a picture?
Oh, good job.
Good job again.
I'll stand in the back behind this guy.
What are we doing?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
It's a great honor for me to announce the next proclamation for Stephanie Boyds. If you would please come up forward, and Legislator Headwell and Stephanie's son, County Executive Osiport.
For top.
Robert's correct, but Headwell's not.
I get that. I have a brain freeze.
Thank you. I'm not much for reading proclamations, so I kind of ad-lib, so if you bear with me. Mrs. Boyce, it's always nice to recognize someone who does so much for our community. You have done so many things. You have done so many things to increase the lives of the youths of our community as long as I can remember. I know myself that my daughter, who you know, always spoke very highly of you, and you were one of her heroes in high school. I know another gentleman that's very close to you that you're also his hero. And I know that you did a great job raising our county executive. I didn't mean to make you cry. And you obviously should be very proud, and your family should. You worked as a member of the musical community in the Greater Amsterdam area for many, many years. You taught music in the Greater Amsterdam School District for 33 years and served as the director of the Amsterdam Marching Rams. You want to let loose with a number? Can you do Birdland of Broadway?
Yeah, Lullaby Birdland.
Okay. In March, Mrs. Boyce was recognized by New York State Band Directors Association and received an Outstanding Retired Band Directors Award at the 36th annual NYSBDA Symposium in Syracuse.
Thank you.
She's also been active in our community, serving as the founder and director of the Mohawk Valley Chamber Music Ensemble. I know my mom loves that, and I'm sure many other people do, which features both students and adults ensembles, and did the winter showcase. You also should be very proud that you're owner of Boyce's Woodwind Studio, which provides lessons in clarinet, saxophone, and flute. You, on top of that, perform regularly in groups, the River Valley Ringers of the United Presbyterian Church in Amsterdam, the Johnstown Citizens Band, the Gloversville Civic Band, and as well as many others. I am so glad to have you part of our community. You've done so much, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sort of.
So I'm just, obviously, I'd like to say a couple words. So the catalyst for why we're here today is, as many of you probably know, my mother retired, and here we are a few years after retirement, and I get the call that she received the New York State Retired Band Director of the Year Award, which to me wasn't very surprising because she's been achieving and going above and beyond. It was a fantastic example for me all my life. So in retirement, when people usually think it's time to relax, I've come to find out usually it's actually quite the opposite, and certainly was for my mother. But the thing I'd like to say, and what struck me earlier, is as I listened to Mr. Spencer, we've all grown up in families where you are who you are. Some families grow up in agriculture. Some families grow up, and like for me, and it was a home of music and the arts. Even though having tried every instrument under the sun, and we still get a kick out of the time that she I didn't do so well in my chorus solo in 8th grade. I was not blessed with the talent, so to speak, but we're hoping Kaylee has the talent. But I learned a lot about how to treat people, the value of the arts, the value of community, and it's just really special to be able to share this with you and to see that you're continuing to, we all wondered what you would be doing in your retirement, and you're still doing, and I think it continues with the Mohawk Valley Chorus, all the various things you're involved with, the music studio. There's kids constantly. I have to make sure we're there to pick up Kaylee because the lessons start promptly at 4 o'clock, and that's how it works. But so I'm very proud of you, and I appreciate everything you've done for me personally, obviously, but also in my position. I think we're all very proud of what you've done for the community, especially as it relates to the arts in our community. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
If you would like to say if you can, if not, that's okay.
Well, I would like to say a
Oh,
couple
boy.
of words.
Not surprising.
Not too much, I won't hold anybody up, but I've pretty much devoted my life to music, and music education especially. Music education is a very important component of all of our education in our schools. But what I found in retirement is that there's a lot of music in our community members, and that's what I'm really enjoying doing. Being a part of Mohawk Valley Chorus has really helped with that, establishing the ensemble, the chamber ensemble program. And just being a part of that has kind of sparked a little bit more in me that I would like to continue with that commitment and think of this, let's all think of this in a county experience. I mean, what we do in our area here, we're blessed with so many musicians. And I think all we just need to know is that these people are there and that they're there performing. And we need to, be a part of that. So we already have the people. We don't have to look for anything. So that's what I'm finding now, and I think we do. We have a community that is so strong in the arts, and we just have to keep that going. So support the arts. Thank you very much.
Oh, sure. If we just we'll take a picture with legislator Pertel and myself, and then we could bring Matt's family up. Kaylee, come up again.
Come on, Melissa. You too.
Sorry, we're trying to super contained.
Great.
Okay.
Look at me, Kaylee.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Call you tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.
That's awesome.